I'm just on my way to interview the young Sebastian Thiel. He is the guy who set up Upshot Entertainment. What I really want to know is how has he remained humble through this real great success? I'm about to dig deep and find out all the questions that I'm sure, like me, you would like to know. Well, thank you, Sebastian, for coming to have a tea and a chat with me. I've been reading your long list, and for someone who is younger than me, it says the one to watch. You've got BAFTA things here, you've got 7.6 million views, Evening Standard's most influential Londoner under 25. I mean, that's a lot. Do you feel under pressure?
No.
Do you believe the hype?
No, I just do what I do. I don't know why I don't feel pressured.
I don't think you necessarily
should. Yeah,
because
people ask me that a lot. Like they say, do you feel pressured? I think it's because I don't really pay attention to it. It's like I know that the world pays attention to it though, but I don't, if that makes sense. So for me, that list is more for other people than myself.
So when you become the next Spielberg or Spike Lee, do you think you'll still be a humble man?
Yeah, of course.
So would you, that's interesting, because we were having a conversation and we were talking about the young filmmakers that I know of, and we was talking about the different programming out there. So would something like a Top Boy be something that you'd be interested if you got the opportunity?
Yes and no. So I think everything for me also depends on the script and so on and so forth. But with the type of content that we're trying to produce, I want to present more of a counter narrative. So things that haven't really been produced and things that are coming at subjects and topics in a different angle. So
give me an example.
So we done a film called Illegal Activity. This was in, I think, 2012 or something. And throughout the whole film, we kind of mislead the audience to believe that these young people are selling drugs on an estate. At the end of the film, I'm spoiling it for you now.
Don't worry.
At the end of the film, we reveal that it wasn't really drugs, it was books. And it ends on a quote saying, if reading was illegal, would we read more?
Can't you see what you're doing to Mum?
I'm sorry, madam, your glasses aren't ready yet, but as soon as they're available, I'll get someone to give you a call back.
Well, when's that? I need them today.
That particular concept came from one of my friends about 3 years or 4 years prior to that used to say if reading was illegal, man them would. He just used to say it, he's a poet. And I think that phrase just stuck with me. And then, 3-4 years later, I was like, oh, you know what? I should take this concept and turn it into a film. And then I started to develop it. And yeah, so from there, that's how it
So you're
developed.
a social activist, but through film and documentaries?
I guess so. I guess so, yeah.
If books were legal and the hustlers were scholars, not to smuggle pages through customs in their stomach, stop searches, undercovers bust houses, and during the riots, no TV sets were raided, only Waterstones and libraries. If books were legal, and people got respect for how much they read, like, yo, he's a buffin. When I was younger, buffin was a diss, and bad boys used to bunk off to smoke spliffs or sell it. And they got respect or feared from acting ignorant. And they got the attention and girls were digging them. So the young bucks wanted to be just like them too, because they were cool.
Maybe next time round.
Yeah, all right, big man. I'll be here.
But once upon a time, in the southern states of America, black people were not allowed to read by law, because the slave master feared they would revolt. I wonder what it would take to change our culture.
There seems to be this barrier, there's projects like So You Want to Be in TV, all stuff that are trying to push producers, filmmakers and stuff. Do you think colour is a barrier? Do you think the industry itself is a barrier? Is it because, like, if you take something like golf, people say it's because it's so expensive that, you know, it's hard for people to get into? What do you think it is?
Yes, if you're trying to get into the industry and on mainstream TV, I think. But no, if you're finding other ways to monetize your content.
Okay, so is that the advice you would give for someone who, you know, a young 16-year-old saying, I really want to make films and I want to be a producer? What advice would you give? I mean, based on your journey.
I think if you really want to make films and stuff, you'll find a way. Like if you
and this finding a way.
Because I really believe that. I think like if you really
so you just
want
think,
to do,
okay, I'm going to find a way.
no, I mean like if you really, really, really want to do something, you'll find how to do it.
So what did you do? Come on.
I found how to do it. I went on YouTube,
and
I watched tutorials, and I taught myself how to edit. I went on YouTube, I watched tutorials. I found out how to do accounts. I taught myself. I never went to college for anything, and that's because I was passionate about what I was doing. So I found a way to make it work, and I put myself in positions of discomfort a lot. So when I couldn't pay rent because I wasn't getting jobs in, it pressured me to find a way to get jobs in. So
your advice would be just pressure yourself and to find a way.
Like I think a lot of people lie to themselves. Like they say they want to do something.
You're a tough cookie, innit?
Yeah, but it's true though. I think they lie to. They say they want to do something, but they don't really put.
I like what you just said about
work.
You put yourself in places of discomfort.
Yeah. That's what I done for the TEDx. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want.
Why?
In fact,
Why?
a month before it, I tried to pull out. I tried, and I don't know if they knew that I wanted to pull out, but they were like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll support. Make sure you can get back on time and blah blah blah."
Why were you uncomfortable?
All of this because I never done public speaking before that, and I hate public speaking. But because I know where I want to be, I know that I have to be able to
talk,
be a good speaker.
But like you are now, you just be yourself.
I wouldn't have been able to do this about 2 years ago.
Wow, interesting. You definitely like behind the camera then.
Yeah, more so, yeah. In person, I could be like this, but when it came to doing, in fact, maybe in this scenario, I might have been alright, but talking on stage, I'm very conscious about myself, so I wouldn't be myself. So that experience, putting myself, pressurizing myself to do it, I work well under pressure.
There's no doubt, speaking to Sebastian, and from looking at some of his work, he is passionate and very much driven. I wanted to know where this stems from and what really drives him to do the work he does.
I've always been driven with everything I've done. So like when I played basketball and so on and so forth, I've always been very driven towards work, and I would like go the extra mile to enhance what I'm doing. So when I used to play basketball, for example, before school, so this was when I was about 14, 13, I used to wake up at 5 a.m. and then run for like an hour and then change, eat, and then go to school. Wow. And that on my own back. So like there was a lot of transferable skills that I learned through basketball that have now kind of gone into my workflow with film and with business.
So what happened to your basketball, and what position did you play, and tell me who's your favourite team?
I don't have a favourite team.
What?
I've got favourite players.
Okay, tell me two of your favourite players.
Michael Jordan and probably Kobe.
Okay. Well, they're good players. Yeah, they're good players, so I'll let you off. And what position did you play?
Point guard. Point guard and shooting guard sometimes as well.
Do you miss basketball?
Yeah, definitely. I call basketball like my ex-girlfriend. So that's how I see it. It's like an ex-girlfriend. Sometimes I'll visit her on the weekend and stuff. But that's how I see basketball.
It was interesting to listen to Sebastian explain the connection between his love for basketball and the media industry. But there was more to this discovery than I imagined.
With basketball, I started playing since probably year 8. And then when I got to college, there was a couple of me and my friends. So about 4 of my friends, we were working with this coach to go to a camp in St. Kitts, and then from there we were going to go to a college in America if we got through, and so on and so forth. Yeah, but it was looking promising for a lot of us, and that's why he selected us. So we were training with this coach, and we were, and it got to the point of, you know, now it's time for us to go to the camp. Yeah, so we were all at the airport, me, 4 of my friends. I done my byes. I said bye to the people at college like 2 days before. I'll say, you know, saying things like, oh, I won't be coming back next year because, you know, I'm going to America and stuff. So bye. And then my parents left me at the airport with my friends. And then the coach, he went off for an hour, yeah, and came back, and he was like, oh, something's wrong with the tickets.
To everyone's surprise, the coach returned to announce the trip had been cancelled. And as Sebastian recalls, both the emotions and dilemma he faced is something he will never forget.
We found out that we couldn't go. Only people that could afford the ticket themselves could go. So they went to the camp.
So the camp existed?
Yeah, it existed. Everything existed, just the tickets. I don't know what happened, but they were meant to have the tickets sorted out.
You need to know. You said your goodbyes.
Yeah.
Bye. I know how I'd be. Hey,
yeah.
You don't see me. And
yeah, it was.
You need to take me through. How did you walk back? How did you make that call?
Which call?
To your parents.
Oh, I just turned up. I just went back home. So first, when they told us that that we're definitely not going, I just went home. I took a cab and I just went straight home, and I just told them what happened. But and I can't even remember. I can't remember that. Maybe I blanked it out, but I can't remember the conversation with my parents. But I think through the years, a lot of things like that was happening with like different coaches and things like that with basketball in this country. So then I think I just switched off. I was like, you know what, I can't be bothered anymore. And then I never went back to college. I think that was partially out of pride, like because I said byes and all of this. I just didn't want to go back.
Yeah, humble
Took a gap
pie.
year.
Wow.
I took a gap year, and then that's when, you know, Upshot was starting to get developed. And then an interesting thing is, in that year, we had the coach came back to us. Yeah, he goes, look.
The coach who
listen,
left you at the airport.
He goes, oh, Sebastian, we've sorted it out. We can go. 5 of you can come down and blah blah blah. We're gonna go to the camp and then do this again. I said, no, give it to someone else that wants it more than me right now. But then listen to this. Everyone else that went, said yes, they actually went. So they went for so they went to America. They were there for like 3 years. So it ended up working out. So my life could have been completely different.
But do you think that's interesting? Do you think that's destiny? Do you think that wasn't supposed to be your destiny? Because I believe everything in life happens for a reason. Even at the time when I might be
I do
angry.
As well, but I just see it as like it's a choice. I don't know if I see it as destiny, because I feel like I could have just easily said.
But maybe because
yes,
you had started Upshot, and obviously your focus had changed.
Yeah.
But maybe that's your focus was supposed to change.
I don't know. I have a problem with that destiny thing, because I feel like that's like.
Oh, here we go.
It's not me in control.
Your purpose.
Yeah, I feel like it's not me being in control, and I feel like I was.
You think you are?
I was in control of that choice. I made that choice. If I chose to go and play basketball, I could be in. I might have, I might have not made it to NBA, but I would have definitely gone to the college. Mm-hmm. I definitely would have spent 4 or 5 years in America. Like,
but then Upshot wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but then I don't know. Maybe in America I would have started Downshot or something else.
Having missed out on the opportunity to play basketball, starting Upshot has given Sebastian an avenue to channel his creativity as well as address other social issues he feels passionate about.
This is one thing that I'm passionate about. I don't know how it fits. You might be able to help me fit it into a social issue, but it's people not living up to their full potential.
Oh, so you have a problem with that? So,
yeah, I just don't understand how people could live their life and not want to live it to their full potential. But let's say they don't know
what their potential is.
Exactly, and that's what I have a problem with. Like, why? Like, I feel everyone, I feel people do know.
You do?
Yeah, I feel they do know, but they just, there's
fear?
something, there's a block,
Do you think
there's
it's
fear,
fear?
there's...
Circumstances, maybe? Or do you not
no,
buy
because
that?
there's people in the world that have had worse circumstances that have done amazing things. So I feel
Name someone
that's an
who
excuse.
you feel has really overcome issues and gone on to see their potential and be
My
successful.
parents. If they never put certain things in place to come from Africa to come here, I could have had a complete different life. Because they weren't in Africa, they weren't well off. And like when we came here, they may do like I don't know, your average job, or I don't know how to word that, or working class, or but you know, it might have been a complete different story if we were still in Africa. So when I compare that to how certain people are here.
Do you like the label social entrepreneur? Does it fit who you are then?
It just makes it easier to be put in a box, isn't it? People like boxes.
You don't seem as someone who likes boxes, but yes, I hear you on
No,
that
but for
one.
other people, it's like I could say entrepreneur or social entrepreneur or whatever people want to title me, but I think it's probably the easiest way to say it now. Yeah.
As I got talking to Sebastian, there seemed to be a lot going on in his work life, but I wanted to know a bit more about him as a person.
The things I do for leisure would be around fitness, like health and stuff, and then friends and family, really. But I don't go raving or anything like that.
Did you used to?
No, I've never really gone raving. The only time that I've gone is if we were visiting like we've got a friend in Nottingham, so when we visit him, we're not going out because there's nothing else to do. But other than with me going with some of my friends occasionally, I could probably count. I've probably been to like 10 raves. Wow. in my lifetime.
And you said we, so is there somebody special in Sebastian's life?
Yeah.
And is that a girlfriend, a fiance, wife? Come on, tell us. We want to know.
Fiancé.
And how long have you been engaged? Congratulations.
Thank you. Probably how long? A couple months, probably about 5 months or so.
And what was it about those qualities in her that made you take that big step to propose?
We're very similar, and some of the weaknesses that I have, I think she feels them.
Those are her strengths.
Yeah, so we have, so probably in regards to maybe like our decision making, I might be very like harsh or cutthroat, whereas she might be more...
harsh and cutthroat?
Yeah, no, that's... I'm being extreme, but like I might use, how can I say it? I might be more thinking based and she might be more feeling based.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
I'm with you.
Yeah, so I'm more thinking.
You're just a cold,
no,
hard,
I'm not cold.
young man
I use
who's
the wrong
just
word.
driven by success and don't care about anybody else. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
no, okay. But yeah, I think there's that balance, like the balance, like.
Okay.
She has a good
So yin and
balance. Yeah, and also in terms of, because she does music, yeah, she's a music artist, and with what she wants to do in her music is similar to what I want to do with my film, and like we have the same type of like aims socially, so I think that really we have very aligned goals, so we're on the same wavelength. Because I couldn't be with someone that never understood like the path that I'm on, and vice versa, I assume. Yeah.
So when's the last time you were angry?
Wow. Okay. I get angry quite a lot. But I can't. I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to sieve through what I should pick.
Okay, let me ask you another one. When's the last time you cried?
Well, for me, it was when I was finding out that my parents were getting separated, that they were separating and stuff. So I think that was the last time. Yeah.
Do you think that still affects you today?
Yes and no. Like at the time when it happened, it really affected me because I associated, for some reason, it taught me about myself a lot. But what I done is I associated my work with them. So it was really interesting because what I saw is that everything I was doing was for my work was for the family.
Okay.
So when it felt like it was getting split up, it felt like what's the point of what I'm doing? Mm-hmm. Because I saw it as I saw a picture of me being able to do this and be like for the family. Do you get what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that split it up and then it kind of confused the whole situation and I was like, oh, what's the point? But then with the support of my now fiance, friends and so on and so forth, they kind of helped me see, a clear path that it doesn't really change anything. And yeah, just through that I was able to kind of pick myself up and I think I just transferred my thought process into thinking it's for my family, if that makes sense now. So then I kind of transferred me doing it for my parents and that fact. I was like, okay, it's for my family. I'll have my own family and I'll transfer that. So
you definitely want children?
Huh?
You want children?
Yeah, 100%. What, do some people not want children?
Yeah,
I think they're lying.
There was an interesting debate the other day, and then some people getting really upset with saying, why do people get so offended if I don't want to have children? That's my right.
I think that's a lie because because I had a friend that said that to me 2 years down the line, everything's changed. Do you get what I mean? And I think maybe because they feel, some people say this world is not, what do they say? This world is a horrible world. Why I don't want to bring children into the world. I don't feel like that.
So we need to definitely watch that space on following where's the little pitter patter of feet at some stage. So is it something you would have now or something you want for the future?
I think once my career is more set, because right now it's still, it's still rocky. It's still a startup company. I'm still doing things, and I think, I want to be able to focus on that now and then have kids when things are a bit more settled. But I guess there's no perfect time. People say there's no perfect time to have kids anyway, so yeah.
It was time to ask the hard-hitting question. Something I wanted to know to help me understand what makes Sebastian so different. Okay, here it is, Sebastian. I'm Mrs. BBC. I've got 2 million. It will give you the platform. I'm doing a film about gangs, I'm trying to, I want it gritty. I think you're the best person to do this for me. I want to really emphasise the gang culture. How would you feel about it?
If it had, I think everything lies in like the messaging and the story and so on and so forth. So if it had if it was just glorifying
that's what I want.
culture and so
I'm
on
Mrs.
and so
BBC.
forth.
That's what I want.
No.
Yeah,
with
come
my
on.
mind, with
Yeah, come on. You can buy your
where I'm
fiance a
thinking-
big wedding band.
Like I would definitely sit down and weigh it up, but with like.
But you said you want to give people
my mindset,
purpose.
Yeah, but that's just being honest. If come on, if someone here is here to give you 2 mil, you'll weigh it up and stuff. But I'm thinking I know the power of entertainment, and for it to.
My one has no morals, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just want to just have
I wouldn't,
a bit of shooting, a bit,
So I don't think I would take it.
You don't think?
No, I don't think. The reason I'm saying I don't think is because I can't answer because that hasn't been offered to me. And I'm being honest, like people, when that happens, you might have to, there might be things you have to weigh up. There might be compromises in the film and so on and so forth. But
a new car, Range Rover or something.
No. But but the thing is that money there might allow me to use that money and do other things with it. So that's why I'm saying.
So
wait
you're
up.
saying many ways to skin a cat, but it's not the vision. It's not the underlying foundation of what Upshot's about.
It's yeah, that's true. But I'm being honest, and like.
So you may take it.
The honest.
You could buy the Range Rover.
It depends
and then
how.
And then your fiance can have the bling bling.
It's not really about the material stuff because I don't.
You're not really into material. That's what they all say. Come on, Sebastian. Armani, Boss.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm not. That's not like my end. That's not my.
I got art
end
Thiel.
goal. Yeah,
I got art.
But
Thiel.
like, the way I would look at it is okay, cool. Like, how destructive is it? Can I get away with this? Can I do this? Can I do this to the film? Can I do this? Okay, cool. I can't. But the money, can I use that money to then put it into Upshot and grow it and go independently straight off and do other things and so on and so forth?
That has a moral meaning.
Yeah, but I don't think I would though. Honestly, I don't think I would.
I don't know if
That's
you did
why
answer
I'm
that
saying-
how I wanted, but you're just a slick dude. But yes, yes, don't worry, we're gonna be coming back to this video.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Well, I'm going to end by some real quick fire questions, yeah? Bit of fun, because you like fun, remember? That's what your fiance would say, so, you know, so
Cool.
cake or biscuit?
Biscuit.
Coke or Pepsi?
None, but if we had to pick,
You have
Coke.
to. Coke.
Yeah.
What's your favourite colour?
Cream, white.
Cream, white? No, cream and white are a different colour. Which one?
Cream.
Cream.
I go for cream.
And tell me one thing before we leave. Tell me one word that you think sums up where you are now.
Yeah, happy's too safe. I don't want to say that.
Safe is okay.
Okay, happy.
Safe is good. See, we like happy.
Yeah.
You've been great to talk to because you've been happy. And where are you in your life?
Might not make sense. Mission. I'll pick that
On a
word.
mission.
Yeah.
Well, I believe you're gonna, whatever mission you set yourself, you're gonna achieve it. It's been a real pleasure. So, and thank you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome interview with Sebastian Thiel. He's a great guy, really authentic. And as he said, you need to find your purpose. And so till next time, bye.